Hey, what's up, NBA fans out there around the world? I got some breaking news for all you folks out there that love the National Basketball Association. I love this game. It's truly the game I love. I still love basketball, folks. How's it been, everybody? Christmas is coming, man. I can smell it for November 20th, 2010. And don't forget, UFC 123 tonight, Rampage versus Machida, the Dragon. That one should be good. And I might even do a show on that later. But now I got some very important news. I got some breaking news just coming across the wire on NBA trade rumors for, you know what, November 20th. Okay, here it is. All right, folks. Yesterday I was watching the NBA Beat on NBA TV, right? And I was listening to Dell Demps, and he was talking about his Hornets team. They were doing so good. And the Hornets are the best team in the league right now. They're one of the best teams in the league, right behind the San Antonio Spurs. They've got off to an amazing start. I believe they're 9-1. They're on fire. They're unbelievable. And this trade comes completely out of left field. Here's the big blockbuster. It's just happened. And I broke another blockbuster recently, but this one is recent as we speak. The New Orleans Hornets and the Toronto Raptors have agreed in principle to a 5-player trade that would send Peja Stojakovic and Jared Bayless to the Toronto Raptors for Jared Jack, David Anderson, and Marcus Banks, a source told ESPN on Saturday. The deal was close to being completed Friday night, but had been held up over an amount of cash the Hornets would send to the Raptors in the trade, according to the source with the direct knowledge of the talks, who spoke on the condition of autonomy. So I guess that's confidential. So the way I look at this trade, folks, I mean, you look at these teams, the Toronto Raptors, and you look at the New Orleans Hornets. The Hornets are one of the best teams in the league. I don't know why they make this trade. You're giving up one of the premier three-point shooters in basketball. There's no doubt that Peja has been injured the last 3-4 years in the NBA. Now, he's getting up there in age. Don't forget, Peja Stojakovic, he's not the same type of three-point shooter he was when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. But, you know, he's got a little bit up there in age. But they acquire a young guy in Jared Bayless. Here's a guy that was originally just been traded from the Portland Trailblazers recently to New Orleans. And now he's getting flipped over to the Toronto Raptors in less than 2 months into the early of the season. He's really become a journeyman. This great young point guard is really become a journeyman. And so I think he's going to be backing up Jose Calderon in Toronto. With David Anderson, I think, you know, here's a guy that is a good backup center, can generate, gets a few rebounds, take a few fouls for your big guys. He's going to help out Emeka Okafor, David West, so this is a good pickup. And then Jared Jack, okay, we know what he can do. You know, Jared Jack's a big money guy. He's making $4.9 million. He averages about, I don't know. You know, he's averaging quite a bit of points this year. I think it's about 8.5 points. Page is averaging 7.5 points per game, 15 minutes per. But look how much money Page has left on his contract. It's the final year of his contract. Basically, he's basically one of those type of contracts you can get rid of at the end of the season. So I think the Toronto Raptors used their trade exception for this move. So with Peja, he's making $14.75 million. So it looks like the Hornets kicked in some money to make this deal go through. So the way I look at it, folks, it's not a bad move, all in all, for both teams. We'll just have to see what happens. Watch your news tonight, man. Watch your Sports Center in North America, your Fox Sports, your Score television network. And hear more details as it comes in over the evening. So I think most of you all will be watching your college football and your UFC tonight, your hockey, your basketball tonight. But this is a pretty big deal. I mean, I'm surprised. Why would the Hornets make this deal? It doesn't make any sense. And if you're Chris Paul, Okafor, any of those guys on the New Orleans Hornets, you're shaking your head. Why are they making this move? We are having the greatest year in the history of this franchise. And why do they go out and make this trade? Another trade. Dell Demps doesn't know what he's doing, man. He knows what he's doing, but man, he just needs to take it easy with these trades. You don't need to make too many major movement right now. I know the Raptors are on a little bit of a losing streak. They've got off to a bad start. The record is 3-7 right now. So last night they just beat the Houston Rockets, so now they're 3-7 or 4-7, one or the other. It was a pretty good game. I saw the highlights. They looked pretty good. The Knicks won their game against the Golden State Warriors. Actually, I thought the Knicks would win that game. It was a high-scoring game. I think the score was 130 to 125. Pretty close game. A career night for Raymond Felton. Had 35 points. So for all your poolies out there that love the points and stuff, I mean, Felton's not much of a passer. He's more of a scorer, but he's starting to figure it out with Amari Stoudemire. I mean, Stoudemire is just to find his way with the New York Knicks. It's going to take him some time, but the most important thing Amari needs to do is just be patient, because I got some news on Steve Nash. Here's one rumor. It could happen. Steve Nash could be traded from Phoenix to the New York Knicks. Maybe December, or maybe by the trade deadline in February. It's a possibility. But I'm going to give you one scenario. How about this? Jason Kidd straight up for Steve Nash with the Dallas Mavericks. Would you make that trade, folks? If you do have an answer for that, just write on my comments form on YouTube. Thanks for watching, everyone. This is Mark Spencer for the NBA Trade Rumors for November 20th, 2010. Thanks for watching. I'll be back again with more NBA review this season and a UFC preview to 123. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time, everyone. Bye-bye.